this is called The Origin of Disease in Medicine, and this is basically like a story about how there wasn't sickness and there was balance in this world in a before time. And so in this story, it talks about how humans were latecomers to Earth, Elohi, as we call it. The plants and animals and other life forms, they were already here. And, you know, like other creatures, we had to test our boundaries and make mistakes and learn from our experiences, create relationships, and change our offending behaviors in order to not just survive, but to live in balance with all these beings in existence. And this is an ongoing process. And so this story starts out, it goes, Ilahiyu Jagesa Nagada Inagehi Nahei Jalagi Janawoni Ska. And the great forever that was, the forest dwellers, they all spoke Cherokee. This was a place created by Unefla Nahi, which is like the great, it's kind of like an architect of the universe or an energy that exists through all of it. And everyone lived in friendship. But as humans came, we began to push these beings from their lands, and it began to get cramped for space. We had invented knives, blowguns, spears, gigs, bows, hatchets, and we started killing lots of animals so that we could have fur for clothes, just all the pieces of all the animals that you use for tools and housing and stuff like that. And so the forest dwellers kind of got tired of us pushing them from their lands, and tired of us killing them. And so they held a council, and within this council, they said that they would need 7 votes to kind of like condemn us to have something bad happen to us. And so the bears held their council, and the bears came to the conclusion that something needed to be done about us. The deer held a council. The deer decided that they would inflict diseases on us, like arthritis and joint diseases. The fish and reptiles held a council, and they decided that we needed to be haunted in our dreams, especially the humans that abuse them. And then last, the birds, animals, and insects gathered in a council, and they were the 7th vote overall. And so with this, they had decided to inflict disease and bad energy, kind of like on us, the humans, for what we were doing. But you know, the forest dwellers, the animals and things, they weren't the only things that existed. You know, there's plants and trees and stuff like that. And the plants and trees kind of liked us. They kind of like, and they kind of felt bad for the humans because like we were getting the sickness put on us and we didn't really know what was going on. And so, kind of like to make the longer story short, the plants decided to hold a council with the animals and the humans, and we all came to an agreement to where we wouldn't just kill animals for their clothes, and that the plants would begin to offer up different things for our housing and our clothes, but also medicines to kind of counteract these diseases for any time that the humans were doing wrong. And so yeah, each spirit of each plant, you know, holds a medicine, and it's important that that we keep the plants in good shape and we don't like poison the plants, because then the plants can't help us fix the sickness that the animals have put onto people whenever people don't do right. So like a while back, I was like asked to share like a poem or write a poem or some words or something about like uh just like how I feel about the different things that are going on. And so this is what I came up with, but it relates to this story but it's just like a modern spin on it, kind of like how I said earlier. And so I'll go ahead with that now. uh we kill too many animals, and that creates the sickness. We kill too many plants, and there ain't no way to fix us. We're killing ourselves, and look at where it gets us. I look within myself, and I think I see the mix up. So I'm re-engineering all that wastes space. I'm beginning to know the flavors of all the great tastes that are rolling over me like a wave. These are the times and days where all is out of balance, and we seek to find the ways where we should make it, create it, and see where we can take it. The universe is endless. Our potential is the greatest. I remember the agreements, and the balance is where my fate is. I that's that that's it. And so for me, that's the modern spin on the old thing, because this is an old story to my people and us, to keep the balance and not abuse the animals and remember the plants and all the other elements of the earth. And now it feels like we're at a time to where that's it's thought of less and less, and so I just feel like it's important. So